Y'all, this one's bad. Bad. And it's being covered up. In the South, we have what everybody knows is the good old boy system. Got corrupt cops, corrupt judges, corrupt neighbors, and they all cover for each other. Now let me tell you about what's going on right now in Alabama, my home state. There is a 66-year-old man who is sitting in jail and has been since June. This is in Shelby County. It has virtually no media coverage. This man's name is Lee Clarke. Jerry Lee is sitting in Shelby County on a $400,000 bond. My God, what did he do? See, Jerry Lee here was exercising his rights. He had the audacity to put up this sign in his yard. The neighbors didn't like that, even though he was sitting on 3 acres of property. Neighbors hated it. Cops hated it. So these neighbors made regular trips to deface the sign, tear it up. This man put no trespassing signs on his property. Didn't matter. They doxed him. They'd honk their horns. At night, the police would ride by real slow like. I bet some of y'all out there know about these slow drives they make. Anyway, back to poor Jerry Lee. After this constant harassment by the townspeople and the police department, after a short period of time, Jerry Lee got pissed off, which tends to happen when people come up in your yard and screaming at you to take down your sign or else. Yeah, they did that. That's not a good idea around some of these places. You'll wind up with some lead in your face. Jerry Lee decided he needed to take some action. He was sick of people's shit. So to protect his sign on his property, put razor wire around it. According to the cops, planted explosives, except they weren't. They were fireworks. His daughter has the receipt. Now, this is what Shelby County told his daughter, Catherine, when she reached out to the police department for support. They told her that the sign was her father's First Amendment right, but you need to make him take down that sign. It's really making people upset, and it's making our job harder. Catherine said she knew something was coming. They give you little hints like that. The deputies arrested him, not at his home. They arrested him as he was leaving a mental health treatment facility because they done drove him crazy. When cops are lying on you, they tend to do that. He's charged with 2 counts of harassment from his own property, 1 count of reckless endangerment, 3 charges of possessing explosive devices. 2 of the charges are just for possession and carrying fireworks. Or as a police claim, a bomb. The chief said, I wasn't even aware he was still incarcerated. An independent journalist reached out to Shelby County DA. They wanted to know if the bond might be too excessive, $400,000 over a sign, and his man's actions to protect his property. This is a direct quote from the DA in Shelby County. We don't have a lot of charges like that, thank goodness, so it's hard to compare apples to apples. We did ask for an enhanced bond based on the evidence as we understood it to exist. But they didn't stick him in regular jail. They put him in a medical unit where phone calls weren't allowed. And he's sitting there today. This next picture is a little bit different from the first one that I showed you, ain't it? Catherine says, this is a man who has painted the most beautiful things his entire life. Yes, he worked on his neighbors' houses and supported our entire family using his hands, and now he can't even open a ketchup packet. He was 219 pounds when he went into jail, see? Now he's 160. The beds of his fingernails are blue. He lives with bruises on his face. This man just exercised his rights and left everybody alone. I'm going to close this out for a quote from his daughter. They could have put him on house arrest. He could just stay in this little yard for the rest of his life, sitting here drinking coffee with my mom, not hurting anybody. He said he was sorry for all of this. Jerry Lee is sorry. His neighbors were luckier than most would be, because the rest of us won't fire warning shots. Let me know what you think.